Just, man, really proud of our team. First of all, Boston College, you know, I just have a tremendous amount of respect for Boston College. I mean, that is a well-coached football team. They're tough. They're physical. I mean, they're a very big challenge every single year. And just proud of our guys for getting control of the game. And, you know, look at this football team, #1 defense in all the land, coming in here, kind of the standard for defense, giving up 140 yards a game. And to put up 535 yards on those guys, they'd only given up 1 touchdown in the league play, and that was 1 to Florida State. Just can't say enough about the perseverance of our guys. It was kind of the tale of two halves offensively. We didn't really do anything different in the second half. We just made the plays. We missed a lot of plays in the first half. It was just a little off, just a couple yards too long or whatever. And but we just kind of hung in there, and that's their style. We knew that was their style of play, and if we could just connect on a few, we could get control of it, and that's what happened defensively. Up until that last little drive, I mean, I think they had only like 170-something yards going into that last drive. So just another great effort defensively. It's unfortunate that we put them on the field with a short field to defend twice, and they got 10 points out of that. But just a solid day. I think they punted 10 times. When we controlled the line of scrimmage, we misfit a couple of times where they found some creases. Again, they know what they're doing. I mean, they do a great job with their personnel and their formations, and that's what happens sometimes with those guys. The next thing you know, you're a gap short, a guy fits in the wrong spot, and they'll crease you. But special teams, 3 weeks in a row, I think have been really a big difference in the game for us. So I really like what I'm seeing from our teams. Two big kicks by Greg today, but all in all, 535 yards. Deshaun Watson career high 420 yards, and really we left some out there where we missed some opportunities. But Artavis Scott, I don't know if that's a career high or not. Second career high, had a ton of yards. 9 different receivers, made plays for us in the passing game. We knew this was going to be a game we were going to have to throw and catch. We needed to get the running backs involved in the passing game. We did. Had some really nice plays from those guys. Jordan Leggett, tied a school record for consecutive games with a touchdown by a tight end. So really, really proud of him, and he's really become a nice weapon for us. But again, just proud of our guys. I mean, this is 100-something years of Clemson football, but there's never been a group win 14 in a row at home until this team. So I just, I take my hat off to our players for just buying in and just staying focused and committed to the things that we talk about all the time. This was a big win for us, and we'll celebrate it. We'll come back in here and reload on Monday and get ready to go on the road for a very tough Miami team. I know they had a good win tonight against Virginia Tech. Doesn't get any easier for us. We just, again, put everything we got into each and every game. So, Miami will be the biggest game of the season for us, and we'll come in here Monday and put everything we got into getting ready for it. And we know we'll have to play well when we go down there. Any questions?
You guys obviously haven't had the best circumstances to really open up the passing game given the weather and all of that, but I think fans were excited to see some more fireworks out of Deshaun. Was it the same feeling in the locker room that, this might be our chance to really kind of open things up?
Yeah, we felt like that we were going to get that style of play with Notre Dame, and they gave us a lot of that, but the type of play that it was, we had to kind of change the plan a little bit. I mean, with certainly playing in a hurricane, but last week I thought you saw outstanding balance in our offense. I thought you saw us come alive with our passing game, and that coming into the season, that's the least of my concerns. And 2 weeks ago, when everybody was asking me questions about that, still the least of my concerns. Just a matter of having those opportunities. The first few games that we played, everybody played off and on top of us. So we just we just took things that were there and we were smart in how we played and got the running game going. But this was a game, they're number one in the nation for a reason. Total defense, rush defense, pass defense, third down defense. I mean, they were, these guys are really, really good. It was frustrating in the first half because we got exactly what we expected, but we just couldn't hit a play. I mean, it was very frustrating. There were some big plays there, and we were just a yard off, 2 yards off, whatever. And so really at halftime, that's all we talked about was, listen, we're not going to change anything. We just got to hit the plays. They're there. Let's do what we do. And man, we came alive. Deshaun, they got dialed in, and probably the biggest disappointment is he got hit too much tonight. We did have a few breakdowns, and just had a few guys. We had a couple busts, but we also had just some guys get beat a couple times. So we got to get that fixed, and we'll get better from it. But we found a way to win. We got it done. We had just enough running game mixed in there. But with the combination of our defense and special teams, it was just another really, really sound win. I hate they got that last touchdown, but it's good to see us, be able to make the plays in the passing game when people are forcing you to. They weren't going to just line up and let Wayne Gallman, run up and down the field. I think we proved that we could run the football. And I think that they, were going to challenge us. And it's not just us. That's just how they've played all year. And they've stuck to their plan. So, it was good to see us make the big plays.
Coach, following up on that, it looked like the majority of the game you either got cover one with a single high free safety or cover zero. Did that dictate you going long and outside the numbers?
Yeah. I mean, they just played press man, cover one most of the game. And, just literally, in your face, not off. I mean, like press. So, it's a very simple game to call. You really only need about 4 plays. You just got it. But it's easier said than done. You got to win competitive matchups. We liked our matchups, and we missed some early, but we just kept coming to it and stayed with it, and we were able to hit some big plays. And we kind of got them out of that a little bit late in the game. They started playing a little bit of high cover 2, and on the 3rd and 17, they were actually in a cover 2. And we had a man beater called. Deshaun actually checked. The play that we had isn't great versus a high cover 2, and he actually checked to that play to Dion. And we were able to hit him in the void on the high safety, and then he just made a great play, after the catch. So really pleased because I thought that from a passing game standpoint, decision-making wise, we were on point. Execution, we weren't near what we needed to be in the first half, but we flexed our muscles and showed what we're capable of in the second half.
6 games into this season, 7 games into his play calling career, how is Tony Elliott creating his own niche as a play caller with respect to what he learned from Chad?
Yeah, well, it's not just Tony; it's he and Jeff. I mean, Jeff. It's Jeff and Tony. They do it together, and we all have input in there, but Tony kind of. Is up there, and it's quiet, and he can be cerebral up there, and he can kind of keep a calm voice on the headset. But it's a combination of he and Jeff. They both are doing it together. I mean, this is a true co-coordinator relationship and effort on their part, and not just those 2 guys. I mean, Robbie and Danny, do a great job for us. Streeter, I mean, he's been a great addition to our staff. So all those guys, I think, have done a great job.
As a duo, then, how are they separating or creating their own identity?
I mean, I don't know. They're doing a great job with the role they got. That's all I can say. They're just doing a great job blooming where they're planted. They're undefeated, so they're doing pretty good so far.